Which of these two devices should you buy? The Tecno Spark 10 or the Spark 10 Pro? So it looks like everyone is talking about the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, leaving the Tecno Spark 10 itself, which is more affordable, and this is everything you need to know about both devices in this video. So the Tecno Spark 10 is the more affordable device here, and you can get the Tecno Spark 10 for 1,500 Ghana cedis on Jumia, and the Tecno Spark 10 Pro for about 1,800 Ghana cedis as well. I'll leave links down in the description in case you want to get one of these devices for yourself after watching this video. Both devices are made of plastic on the side. I mean, it has a plastic frame, a glass front, and kind of a glass back, which is something you don't usually see on budget devices. I guess the only glossy part on the back of this device is around the cameras. The Tecno Spark 10 comes in 3 color options and 2 color options for the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, which is starry black and pearl white. If you are to buy one of these devices, which color would you go in for? On both phones, you get an IPS LCD display with 90Hz refresh rate for smooth scrolling and better animations on the display. Bezels on the screen on both devices are not thick on both sides, and I think it's good. I'm tempted to say this is a budget 90Hz refresh rate. For me, it is easy to notice the difference since I've used devices with 90Hz and 120Hz refresh rate, and this does not really feel like that, but at least it makes the device feel much more smooth when using. The Tecno Spark 10 comes in at 6.6 inches display with a 720p resolution, whilst the Tecno Spark 10 Pro you get a 6.8 inch screen with a 1080p resolution. This means the Tecno Spark 10 Pro has a better display quality when compared to the Tecno Spark 10 itself. Now, display quality on both devices are decent, and I know for most of you guys out there, you are definitely going to prefer a better display, which is the one on the Tecno Spark 10 Pro. Another interesting thing is on the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, you are not only getting a higher screen resolution, but you are also getting a punch hole camera cutout, which is something I think a lot of you guys like to see on new devices being launched this year. And it's also housing a 32 megapixel wide lens for selfie, and we'll talk more about that later in the video. Now, software experience is kind of the same on these devices, and both devices do run on Android 13. From the inside, there isn't much difference when compared side by side, and I'm just hoping these devices still get updates, but for now, I really can't tell if these devices are still going to be supported with OS updates in the future. iOS is alright, and there are a lot of features packed inside for you as a user to get the very best out of this device. The Spark 10 comes with Helio G37 chipset, which in terms of benchmark score isn't better than the Helio G88 on the Tecno Spark 10 Pro. They are both paired with 8 gigs of RAM, and performance in real life is where the MediaTek Helio G88 takes its shine over the Helio G35 inside the Tecno Spark 10 itself. Normal day-to-day use on both devices is normal with no heating issues, but I did experience some lags if you have a lot of apps running in the background. I noticed this on the Tecno Spark 10 itself, and that's not to say the Tecno Spark 10 Pro will always run smooth. With the help of RAM Fusion, you can step up performance, especially on the Tecno Spark 10, and this feature can be turned on in the device settings. I also tested out some games on these devices and they played okay. So the cameras on this device will impress you and sometimes disappoint you, and yeah, they are not super crazy. So far they look good, and you do get some details inside the image when you use the 50 megapixel main camera. On the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, you do get 2 other cameras in addition to the 50 megapixel camera, a 2 megapixel depth and another 2 megapixel macro lens for taking close-up images with LED flash. Now on the Tecno Spark 10 itself, you also get an additional 1 camera, which is a 2 megapixel depth camera with an LED flash as well. Image quality is okay, as I said earlier. For selfies, the Tecno Spark 10 has an 8 megapixel camera and a 32 megapixel camera on the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, which produces better and detailed selfies when compared to the 8 megapixel you get on the Tecno Spark 10 itself. One feature I found interesting in the camera settings is you can use the side-mounted fingerprint scanner as a shutter button to easily take images on the Tecno Spark 10 or Tecno Spark 10 Pro. Video recording is where the Tecno Spark 10 Pro takes its shine over the Tecno Spark 10 itself. If you like to record videos on your smartphone, then the Tecno Spark 10 Pro is capable of recording videos up to 2K resolution, which is the best quality this device can offer you as compared to the 1080p resolution you get on the Tecno Spark 10. If you really don't care about recording videos in higher quality, then 1080p resolution on the Tecno Spark 10 should be okay for you. The cameras on both devices are okay, and yeah, there's nothing much to say about them. So after doing all this, I also decided to test out the single firing speakers on both phones, and they sounded okay. Not as rich as what you get on other devices or premium devices, but I'm just hoping Tecno improves on that to give users a good listening experience when we don't feel like using the headphones. So the battery life on both devices has been solid throughout, and both devices do come with 5000 mAh battery. This should tell you are definitely going to get a better battery life out of these devices. It's really going to impress you. It supports 18-watt wide charging, and sorry to say there's no wireless charging on this device. So if this is something you were expecting to see on both devices, then there's no support for wireless charging, and I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon. But you do get a charger in the box, and this is very impressive. Now, after testing these devices for some time now, I can really say they both will last you 1.5 or even 2 just on a single charge. This will all calm down, or this will all depend on your usage. Also, there are some battery saving features. You can have a look inside the battery settings to keep you up running for some time. So now, this brings us to the main question. Which of these devices should you buy? Okay, so both devices do have similar specs in some areas, making them kind of the same, but if you care more about these things I'm about to list, then the Tecno Spark 10 Pro is what you need to go in for. First thing is a punch hole camera cutout, bigger display at 6.8 inches with 1080p resolution, which is you're getting a better display, good performance in terms of gaming, 2K video recording, and also some premium color choices you can have for yourself when buying the device. But if you really don't care much about all these things I've listed, then the Tecno Spark 10 will really serve you very well. Anyways, please let me know in the comment section your thoughts on these devices, and yeah, like this video if you found it helpful, share with your friends out there, and stay safe.